Ladies and gentlemen, this is Prices TV. I say this is Prices TV, and I am here once more. I'm here because there is one amazing information which I brought to you today, and this information is going to blow your mind, believe me, because many people have not realized what I am here to talk about. If ever people have realized about it, I believe the people who must have known about it are people in the government of Enugu State. And I'm not saying this that I have information from the government directly. No, it is only that I know much about development when it comes to beautification of the city and town planning. And I'm not saying that I am an architect, but when it comes to construction, I know about construction very well. But that is not the reason we are here anyway, although it is related, but not completely. So today we are going to talk about Enugu State because there is new development that is happening in Enugu City. And it is happening very seriously. And this development is a good one, but I believe that the information needs to be passed to people for them to know. And after watching this video, you will know that Enugu State is on another level. It's on another level. And whom will I give the credit to? Well, I have always said it, that whoever that is managing the town planning and landscaping in Enugu State is doing a marvelous job or marvelous work. And during the week, the First Lady of Nigeria revealed who is in charge, and I was amazed. Although that is not the reason I'm here anyway, but let me talk about it, because if you remember, this week the First Lady of Enugu State went to Abuja to receive a gift because Enugu State won the most beautiful and most green state in Nigeria, meaning that Enugu State is much more cleaner than any other state in Nigeria, and also green and more beautiful. The way the First Lady of Nigeria praised Enugu State entirely surprised me, because she came during the time that all these things are happening. I mean, during the time that the governor had just finished building the bus terminals, everything was pumping up and here and there, and schools here and there. And most of all these places, know it that the First Lady of Nigeria went to see them one by one, including this school, smart school, this one that now is generating a lot of news because of Sujimoto, and also the presidential hotel and everything. And I know that the First Lady was marveled. I don't know whether that what do you call it, that gift or premier, or I don't know, or is it a tournament existed before which Enugu State won, because nobody participated. What I believe is that maybe the First Lady had traveled to every state and before coming into conclusion that Enugu State is the most beautiful state in Nigeria. And I have already known it. Many people talk about development and they don't know what development is all about. Development is not about how many tall buildings you have. Of course, you need some tall buildings, because tall building causes beautification. It brings a kind of beauty, it shows money, it shows future, it shows modernity, if I would say something like this. But not every country that is beautiful has tall buildings. I mean it. And Enugu State is going to be one of them. If you don't know, you should know that France don't have too many tall buildings. When you talk about tall buildings, go to places like USA, like Australia, also Germany, like Frankfurt has tall buildings. But all those places are not known to be the most beautiful places. If you have heard about Ibiza, about Mallorca, about even some areas in Turkey where people go for a visit, they don't have tall buildings. But those places are recognized as one of the most beautiful places. France, as you know, doesn't have tall building, but France is beautiful. When everybody wants to go to holiday, they go to France. They don't go to New York. Okay, now that is the line Enugu State is following. Enugu State is not competing when it comes to tall building, but when it comes to town planning, Enugu State is one of the best in Africa. And if things continue to go as it is going now, Enugu State will be best in Africa in the next 4 years because of what I'm going to show you today. Now, and I am happy that I'm not the only one who have even seen it, because I'm surprised when the First Lady announced that Enugu State won the best state when it comes up about beauty, green, and everything that Enugu State won. And Enugu State won 100 million naira. And this prize was given to the First Lady of Enugu State, cash. Now, my joy about that prize is not because of money, because Enugu State, I don't think Enugu State government need 100 million naira. Enugu State is giving 11 billion contract to Sujimoto. What is 100 million? That is like a biscuit money for them, okay? But it represents something, you know. And also, it can also solve one problem or the other. You know, 100 million is not a small thing, you know. So at least one duplex of 100 million is not a small thing. If Enugu State use it to build one school, you know, or one duplex or anything for the state, that would be good. Or even to buy some buses, you know. So it didn't fall from heaven, you know. So he worked for it because it was not given to him by free. You know, it is a prize that Enugu State won because of his work. Now, but why I'm talking about this is that during the presentation of that prize, the First Lady of Nigeria said something. She said something. She said that she was surprised when she arrived in Enugu State because she never believed that Enugu State would look like that. That she never believed that any state in Nigeria could come close to what she saw in Enugu State. That among the 37 states, including Abuja, Enugu State is best. And after being surprised of what she saw in Enugu State, she asked the First Lady of Enugu State, how do you people manage to keep this state in order this way that the state looks so beautiful? And the First Lady said, well, the reason why you see all these changes is because of my husband. That whenever we are driving, we are going from one place to another. Sometimes they go incongruent. That is, governor may be passing on your street. You will not know it's governor because nothing like serene is following him and there's no alarm, no lights, nothing. He will just be driving like ordinary human being. Maybe 3 cars will be following him at the back, but normal car, normal vehicle. You will not know that he's there. Maybe the glass where governor will be sitting will be tinted. So she said that when they are driving around the Enugu state, or Enugu City in particular, that each time they see anything that is not in order, anything out of normal, like a road is maybe being damaged from one side or the other, or even the pedestrian road is being damaged, or a place needed a plant, or somewhere need to be swept because that place is looking rough, that immediately the governor will not have to wait until he gets to the office, that he will just be ringing whoever in charge of that. If it is to plant a tree, he will ring the one in charge of planting trees, and tomorrow morning they will be there and that thing will be fixed. If it is to fix the road, he will ring who is to fix the road, and tomorrow morning that thing will be fixed. The majority of all those things you see, that governor, nobody come to complain to governor. He will just be driving and be looking to check whether he will have to put new things, or to remove, or to leave it like that. And whatever comes into his mind is what he does. And when I heard this from First Lady, I say, now I know. Aha! Because I have been looking for this information. I say, this thing that is happening in Enugu State is not an ordinary. There must be somebody in Enugu State government who is very, very fanatic about development. It could be maybe commissioner for work, commissioner for tourism, the governor's wife, or even someone who is not related to governance, but it could be governor's son or something like that. But when I had this information, I say, it is the main man himself. That is the reason. That is the reason Enugu State is looking the way it is looking. And after hearing it, I became very, very happy. Happier than I would have become if it is not him, or if it was not him. But now that I know that it is him, it means that what you are seeing in Enugu State is going to last forever. This means that the man who is in charge of the money, who is in charge of everything, is actually the man who is fanatic about development. This means that the development is not going to stop today, it's not going to stop tomorrow. He will always do better. Now, the reason I'm saying this is that if you have traveled abroad, if you have been in a school or you've met many immigrants in one place or the other, whatever any Nigerian who have traveled abroad would discuss with another Nigerian is, why can't we develop our place like this? Why can't we? Why is it that we come to Europe, our leaders come here, they visit this place, they see beautiful buses, they see beautiful bus terminals, and when they go home, they don't want to do the same. They see beautiful airlines. When they go home, they don't want to do the same. If you ask any Nigerian who have visited abroad, this is what everybody used to discuss. Based on what the First Lady said, I found out that governor is actually one of those people that discuss like that, things like that, and he happened to win an election. That is the reason you are seeing an explosion of development in Enugu State. Now, But this is not the reason I'm here. I just want to let you know that the development you are seeing in Enugu State today is not going to stop tomorrow. It's not going to stop next tomorrow. It is going to be perpetual because governor is at least going to stay in office for the next 6 years. Everything we are praising, or everybody is praising in Enugu State today, are things that have happened within 2 years. All these things we are shouting, trending on social media, everybody is talking about Enugu State. Started 24 months ago. 2 years. Multiply it by how many months governor will stay in office. Then you will know what I'm talking about. That the development in Enugu State is not going to stop. Now, after I've heard everything and confirmed that the one behind the development is governor, something happened and I was amazed. That thing that happened was that I was watching a video shot in Enugu State with a drone. This video was just recording Enugu State with the drones. Street to street, street to street. It is so beautiful. Now everybody know that Enugu State is beautiful. People began to comment that Enugu State is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And one person made a very valid comment. That comment is one of the reasons I'm here. And that comment is that, why is it that houses in Enugu State, the roofs are not old? That this is the first time either he or she is seeing a state in Nigeria that looks so beautiful when you see the roofs. Because he has seen Abuja, some roofs look dirty. If you use drone to shoot a state, that drone will open the nyash of the city. So many cities you think they are beautiful. When you use drone, you fly. You will see what I mean. If you had used Blue Line train in Lagos, immediately you pass Marina, look at the roofs of the building. The reason you cannot see the Marina is because the roofs of the buildings at Marina, they are all tall. But once you pass those tall buildings, look at the roofs of the building. They are all looking too old and dirty. Enugu State is not like that. Enugu State looks like a state being created yesterday. Everywhere looking beautiful. See roofs here. See, you see? Everywhere looking beautiful. This is mind-blowing. Now, and while I was reading the comments and people were actually agreeing with that comment, everybody was shouting because whoever recorded the video also cut the video from nice areas. There are some places you will go in Enugu State, then you will see bad roofs. But those places are now diminishing. If you check here, you see they are all good roofs, right? Now, if you look at my image here, you see bad roofs here. You see them here? You see them here? Now, but in the middle of them is a modern building. This modern building is taller than any of these rough buildings you see here, known as old building. Now, see another one, modern building again, taller than the old building. Now, when you see this type of thing happening in a city, it means that the town planner is doing one special thing. And what is that thing? That thing is that the town planner is trying to eliminate poverty or poor structure. Why do I say so? Now, if you buy land here, like very close now, you see this place, maybe the owner of this place will sell it because he or she doesn't have money, because you can see this place is old and so if you buy a plot of land here and you want to develop it and you want to build maybe one bungalow, the town planner may not give you the permission to do that, because the town planner has already had a type of building he wants to replace these buildings. And who do you think that is the town planner? The town planner is actually the governor. This is the reason Enugu State is getting better. Now, I use this as an example, but this is not the main example, because I have gone through Enugu State one by one, checked new structures that are coming up and down, here and there. I found out that 90% of buildings coming out in Enugu State right now, they are all total buildings, replacing short buildings like bungalows and so on and so forth. The good example is what we are seeing here. These are two structures. This one is 7-story building. This one is maybe the same or similar. There are new structures among short buildings, old buildings. These buildings, they are not old anyway. In some states, this is like a good development. But Enugu State governor, based on that, he wants to beautify Enugu State, is now giving permission for a better structure. What does that show? Now, this building you see here is not too far away from the what is the name? From International Conference Center. Now, let me show you what I mean. This one, you see, this particular one, is actually this house. Okay? And if you check, you see, I don't know whether you can see it. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. But if you check by my right, up, you will see Conference Center there and the Conference Center Hotel. So this area is actually the city. Therefore, Enugu State is changing the structure and the town plan of the center city. That is what you are seeing. You see? See, new building coming to overshadow all the structure. So what is it? What this will cause is that this structure will intimidate these ones and they will run away. And secondly, to buy a plot of land here will cost a lot of money. So the next person that will build house very close to here will also build a very nice house to challenge this one, which is what this guy is also doing, the same thing. So if you have money and you live in this environment, in this area, you will not like to live here again because you are being intimidated. You cannot live in your house and everybody is watching you from their roofs. No rich man would like to live here. What does that mean? That will mean that people here will go and relocate to Independence Layout Phase 1 or Phase 2 or new places. And the more amount you are going to get from selling this building, because you will sell the building and the land, will be okay for you to have beautiful duplex in a new place like Centenary City, Independence Layout Phase 1 or 2, and the new Enugu City. And you still have change. Then banks or hotel will come and build structure like this. So when I saw this, I knew exactly what whoever was or is managing the town planning is trying to do. So when I heard that is the governor that is in charge of landscaping in Enugu State, I said, that is the reason. In the next 15 years, you see this Enugu City, all this Opera Square area, they are all going to be filled with tall buildings. First of all, the rich people will not like to live in this environment anymore because tall buildings are replacing old and short buildings. No rich man will like to live under a tall building. He will be intimidated and his land costs a lot of money. He will sell it, have a lot of change to buy a better house that he will be enjoying with his family. The same thing to me. If my father had a house here and by my left is a hotel, by my right is another hotel, or even if it's a bank, even if it's a residential area, I will tell my father that I don't like staying here. Because immediately you come out from your house, people are seeing you through their window. Nobody will tell you to put your land for sale. And that is exactly what is making Enugu State to look new. As I told you earlier, that the place is looking new because they are using new buildings to replace the old one. The place we are seeing is the Presidential Road in Enugu State. Not so far away from the Opera Square, because this is the International Conference Center Hotel, 5-star hotel. And this is the Presidential Hotel. Everything is the same place. But because I know how development work, I say, do you know what Enugu State is planning? Big city in a city, and nobody is going to be told to leave. No. The town planner will use brain, do what the Enugu State government is doing by not giving permission to people to build small apartments or small houses within the city. Then other houses around it will be intimidated and run away. I know how it works. That is how it works. You see all these tall buildings Igbo people are crying for. In the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, come and see tall buildings here. People who are willing to pay 500 million for one plot and use it to develop hotel, use it to develop banks, they will be buying land in this center. And they are going to be the only ones that the governor will be giving such permission. Because if you buy a land of 500 million, are you going to build duplex there? No. If your father have this house, like this one, very close to where this structure is located, and someone prices it to you 500 million, won't you sell it? You will sell it because you are already being intimidated by other building and you don't have money. You sell it and they use about 200 million to get the best duplex ever in Enugu State. You still have change. You can even use it to build another structure somewhere. The money. Because the land here will be costing a lot of money. And living here, you will be intimidated. Immediately, these houses you see that are pumping up, when people began to occupy it, all the neighbors here will sell their land. This is how it works. So when I saw it, I said, governor. Okay, do you see what's happening here? This one has swimming pool. This is a hotel for sure. Because see the roof. It has swimming pool inside, in here. See it. This is swimming pool. This is a hotel. Wow. Who say Igbo people don't have money? Money is everywhere. They are going to use money to spoil Enugu State. Positively, I mean, not to spoil for bad. Because this is what Igbo people have been crying for. And governor of Enugu State is a smart governor. Everything this governor is doing, if you know about development, you will know that he does not do mistake. Everything is falling into the correct position. This thing I'm explaining to you, you need to think deep for you to know it. Sometimes people use brain to do things that you will be saying, how did it work? Immediately I saw this type of houses pumping up. Remember, governor also is building new houses here, meaning that once he's giving the permission, because if I see the hotel he's building, they are all looking the same. This is 8 or 9 story building. See the type of building you'll be seeing there. They will all be looking the same. Beautiful. Beautiful. You see? All these structures are going to replace very few bad structures that are there. Therefore, the more the day is, the more beautiful the city will be looking. And if you know, you must also remember that every new structures that are coming up from here, they are all modern structures, government structure, futuristic structures. This place, governor does not want to use it to play. And most of the people who have plots of land here, their plots will be costing millions. Millions. And most of them will not like to live in this place. Why? Because of new structures that is going to be intimidating them. Ha! Governor, you have brain. I mean what I'm telling you, he has brain. If you go around the Enugu State, the city, just check the new structures that are pumping up. Even the ones that governor is doing. They are structures that intimidate neighbors. So the people who have had land there in the past, either because their father was fortunate or had money or worked with the government in the past, but now they are no more rich, they will be very, very intimidated. Because their house will be looking ugly and too small. Then they will be forced to sell their land. And that is how development is happening in Enugu State. Remember, this thing that is happening did not also start now. It has been happening, but governor came to do it in another form, because I have also talked about the type of structure which governor is giving people license to build, but it did not start from today, because I have checked about the hotels that Enugu State developed within the last 6 years. You will see Andover. Also, this hotel is like 4 years old hotel. If you check this Andover hotel and check these new buildings that they are building, they are almost the same structure. And if you check the Andover, you check it with the presidential hotel, the same type of structure. You see this new one, the same type of structure. See, the same. And I have also used my brain to see that Enugu State governor, whom I have just realized is the one that is in charge, know about tourism a lot. Not because he loves tourism. No. He knows about it. He knows about it. There are some structures that are good for tourism, while there are some structures that are not good for tourism. He knows the height and the measurement. If you're talking about tourism, then you will talk about structures that look like what Enugu State governor is developing in Enugu State. You see structures like this, futuristic, not too tall and not short. They are the type of designed that someone will come into your city and will love it, but will not know why he loves it. Another thing is the space. The governor knows much about the space. Spacing is very important when you talk about landscaping. Not everywhere you will build house. Many Nigerian cities got destroyed because of spacing. They don't know how to do spacing. Because when you come to landscaping and you chunk everything the same place, everything will spoil. And I believe that even the space Enugu State would have given this place is still not enough, because that is the reason the governor is actually developing the new Enugu City. It is from the new Enugu City that I will talk more about governor, because I'm going to follow that program up. But based on what I have seen, I know he's going to create a very big space in the center. The other day I was watching, I'm going to talk about the video anyway, watching about Ethiopia, the new Addis Ababa, not the new, the old one. If you see the city of Addis Ababa, you see the parks. Everywhere is parks. They demolish all the old buildings, all the structures, demolish them. Everywhere become plain, no fence, nothing. Everywhere is parks and waterfall or fountains. It looks beautiful. And I know Enugu State Governor is going to do more than that. Watch to what he's going to do in the new Enugu City. He's going to surprise everybody. So if you are an Igbo man and you are still thinking that Enugu is not going to be a big city, you are making a mistake. The more the days is, the more or the tougher it is to get land in Enugu State, especially in a good location. If you are an investor, this is the correct time. Go and take the where your capacity could reach. If it is in the bush, go and buy in the bush. Get at least 2 plots, 3, 4, or 1. Build a house there. Everywhere in Enugu Metropolitan or Enugu State will be developed. That state is going to be the center of Igbo land. Igbo people have been looking for a state like that. And all of a sudden, God sent someone who made it possible. And based on all the steps, and you know how this life is, when something is to happen, everything begins to match. This is the first governor that came into power, and what he takes as priority is security. You see that CCTV camera he mounted everywhere. That thing is smartness. Everybody became afraid. Now, this is CCTV. They are everywhere in Enugu State. See them. Different kinds. How would you know as a thief that CCTV is actually recording you in each roundabout? See one here. See another one there. I don't know whether I can see. See another one there. If you stole a vehicle and you are passing here, your mind will not rest, because you know that CCTV is capturing you. You are getting another roundabout. Your mind will not rest. Because if anybody had caught that my car had stolen, they turn everywhere on and they will be watching you. How are you going to escape? This is the game changer in Enugu State that made security to be very tight in Enugu State. Everybody became safe. Unknown gunmen ran away. Now, for you to see that this man is very smart, he did not stop there. He did not stop that unknown gunman has run away. Therefore, let him cool down. Governor actually launched this, vigilante group, Forest Guard. See them. They are not allowed to work in the city. If you go to Enugu State, you are not going to see these people. You will never. These people work with CCTV camera. Everything they are equipped. Look at them. Like modern soldiers. Guns. See, walking, talking. To receive, this is what they have to do, arrest. This is AK-47, each and every one of them, in the bush. AK-47. Then ban rearing, cattle rearing at night. And during the day, you cannot rear cattle from one farm to another. You must have a farm where your cattle will stay. Not only that, he mounted CCTV, but he is somebody who is seeing the future. He's not waiting for something to happen before he began to take action. No. You know, formerly, governors used to launch something like this and they began to make noise. Will they carry gun? Will they make arrest? No. What the governor did is launch Forest Guard, make police commissioner to be the head. Police commissioner allow them to carry gun, to arrest, to shoot, and nothing will happen. Train them very well. These people are behaving like policemen. or like soldiers or SWAT team. That's exactly what they are. Not all those ones they will say, Amoteku, you will carry gun, or Ebobago, you carry gun. Or no, this one is real one. And where it is good is that they are working with satellite camera. They have chip in their body that anywhere they are, they will be located. As you see these people. If anything happened to them, they will be located, they will be traced to where they are, wherever they are. This is what governance is all about. Somebody who talks little but do a lot. This is why I like this governor. Well, I'm going to stop here because everything I've seen in Enugu State is just amazing. It's just amazing, you know. So I cannot count them because they are uncountable things. And another thing that is happening in Enugu State, because of the type of development this man had done in Enugu State, there are some development that is happening, buildings coming up here and there, and nobody cares to talk about it. Do you know that Enugu State currently now is building 2 markets? He's building auto spare parts market near 9th Mile, and this Holy Ghost market, he's also building market here. You know, many people were chased out from Holy Ghost bus terminal when the bus terminal was when the area was demolished. Governor is now building the terminal, the market here. See the market here. Nobody even talks about it, as if it is nothing. In some states, building a market like this is an achievement. But if you come to praise Enugu State because of these bus terminals, because of this beautiful pedestrian overhead bridge, how would you praise him about market? Because market becomes a small thing, a chicken change. A governor who is buying airplanes, opening an airline with 3 airplanes, new flights, beautiful one, everything beautiful. How would you praise him because of market? Man, this governor made development to look so simple. Believe me, nobody from Igbo land ever thought that Enugu State would change like this within 2 years. Nobody. And my point is not that Enugu State is changing within 2 years. Know that it has not changed fully. Because this project, next year, when it is completed, come and see the beauty of this conference center area. Then you will know that Enugu State is beautiful. And as that one is finishing up, also remember that another project is happening somewhere, which is this one, New Enugu City. Remember we talked about 69-story building. That 69-story building will also commence. This road being tied. Man, development in this area is going to be mind-blowing. Enugu State is going to be better than Lagos. Go and mark my word. But for anybody who has money, if you have money, buy land here. This New Enugu City, buy land there. The only advice I will give to you is, please, New Enugu City, there are 2. Don't go and call someone who is an estate agent to secure land for you at a New Enugu City. He will cheat you because there are 2 New Enugu Cities. One is New Enugu City by Governor Ogwine. Another one is New Enugu Smart City by Governor Mba. The one of Governor Mba is the one I'm talking about, this one. The one of Governor Ogwine is no more called New Enugu City. It is now called Independence Layout Phase 2. Or the full name is this, but it's too long. It is known as Co-City Eastern Extension Alliance Estate. Under there, it is written Independence Layout Enugu. But people know it as Independence Layout Phase 2. But when Ogwine opened it here, Ogwine still called it New Enugu City. What happened is that when Mba came into power, Mba said that this New Enugu City is too close to the main Enugu town. Because this is Enugu town. What I've seen there is Enugu town. What I've seen here is Port Harcourt Road. Okay. So this is the entrance to the New Enugu City. The one that Ogwine opened, that is now known as Independence Layout Phase 2. Okay. So this place, land is costly, but not as costly as the one that Mba is building here. This one is the one that, which Sujimoto said he designed 69-story building. In case if you want to buy land in New Enugu City, make sure that you know know about this information. Ask the person that you need a land at either New Enugu City by Ugwai because it is close to the Enugu City, to the main Enugu City, or you ask the person that you need the one opened by Mba, which is known as New Enugu Smart City. It's a little bit far away, but that place is going to be Banana Island in the next 3 or 4 years. You see this place? This is going to be the new Lekki. All the mistake they made in Lekki, in Banana, because I was watching Banana Island on YouTube. Banana Island is not beautiful. Nothing is there. This place will be better than Banana Island. They have not started it, but I have already known how it will look because I know who is managing it based on what he had managed in the past. And if you doubt me, let's watch and see. In the next 4 years, this video will still be here. And I will use it to do a fresh program. How and what I said before the development became fully opened here. Because I have already seen what the governor is doing. This governor don't minimize. He does not want to do petty work. No. This city is where he wants to do everything the way he thought about it. And I have already gone into his mind to see, to check, to know how he works. He wants everything to be number one. A governor that came, designed a town. The road of the town is wider than what Dave Mai is building in Lagos. That's Enugu Calabar. This road will pass it, will be much more beautiful. You will see it when they can finish it. Design a road like this, wide, big, new city. And when everybody is shouting about the road, he came up with a 69-story building. Think about the vision of that kind of person. This man is trying to build the new metropolitan city here. If you go to Egypt built something similar. I think it is called metropolitan city. That is what governor is trying to do. Nigeria will never be compared. Abuja will not be compared to what we are going to see here. Because me, as someone who likes building, I have seen Abuja many times. If you check what is happening in Ethiopia, and Addis Ababa, and view Abuja, you will cry because nothing is in Abuja. If you look at Uganda, you compare it with Abuja, you will cry. Not that Nigeria don't have money, but corruption and vision less spoil Nigeria. Enugu State does not have too much money, but with a vision, all those things will be achieved. Because if you check, Addis Ababa is not richer than Abuja. Addis Ababa is not richer than Lagos. Lagos is even richer than some countries in Africa. But what? Landscaping and poor vision, which is visionless, damage Lagos. They came up with a co-Atlantic. And for you to see that this governor is very smart, they came up with a co-Atlantic. A co-Atlantic cannot work because it is too close to Lagos City. It is too close. This is why I respect the governor, that when governor wanted to create this new Enugu Smart City, he went far away from the city to create a new city differently from the Enugu City. The mistake Eco Atlantic made was what Ugwai did. Ugwai created new Enugu City, but that new Enugu City, which Ugwai created, which is now known as Independence Layout, is too close to the new Enugu City. Immediately began to sell land if it will be overpopulated. With ordinary people and everything will mix up. You can't build smart city inside a city. No, you have to go out. Kenya has something like this known as Konza City. They have finished their own road. It remains houses. I will show it here one day. And then you will know what governor is building. What governor is building is going to beat Eco Atlantic City. I'm not talking about building by tall buildings. No. If you remember, I said that France does not have tall buildings. Spain don't have tall buildings. Of course, there is a place known as Benidorm in Spain that has tall buildings. But all this Ibiza you are hearing about, Mallorca you are hearing about, they don't have tall buildings. The same thing to Italy. All these places that are raining, they don't have tall buildings. But the way their road is structured, the way everything is placed, man, even if it is only 3 or 4 tall buildings with 5 or 6-story building or 12-story, everything will look magnificent. That is exactly what governor is trying to do here. I have already known how governor thinks. Well, but for us to see or know about what I'm talking about, we will have to wait for at least 3 years. But I know that this place is going to look much better than any other city you have seen in Nigeria. If you are a Nigerian or you're an Igbo man, don't make the mistake. If you have the money, go and buy land here, because this place is owned by governor. Nobody is going to claim your land tomorrow. The major problem is that you must have money to develop it. Because you can't buy land here and they will give you the type of plan you develop. You may not have money to develop it. Maybe you have to resell it again. But this type of place is, if you buy land here, they will tell you the time you will take to develop it and finish the project. If you don't do it like that, you may lose the land. That is exactly what is happening sometimes. Sometimes you don't buy land to resell it. They don't do it like that. Sometimes you buy land and they give you 3 years to start building. But at least before 3 years, you have gone to the roofing. If you don't do it, then they sell it to another person because they don't want someone who does not have money to come and build rough house and no. So what I come here to show you is about what is happening in Enugu State. That apart from what is happening in the new Enugu City, which I have talked much about, that Enugu State governor is indirectly rebuilding the Enugu Center, known as Upper Square area. If you check, you see that most of the buildings that are coming up over there, they are tall buildings and modern buildings. And if you check, all these people, they are not allowed to build small building anymore. And we can verify it based on what we are seeing here anyway. So you have just seen it, you know. And after seeing it, I was amazed, because this is what I love, because Enugu State want to make everywhere to look beautiful. I have seen many people, or heard about many people complaining that now people are trooping in Enugu State and house rent is going up. Of course, house rent is going up because Igbo people are trooping in, and it will remain like that. So anybody who cannot afford to live inside the city should go and live another place that is not very, very close to the beautiful area. That is how it is. We will not be crying for development. When the developments come, we cry for house rent. It is like that, you know. Once development began to come, it means that people with money will be coming. Now, but you never lose, because when they come, your market also will move better if they will check better also, if they check very well. Yeah, so when Enugu State is developing, meaning that job will be very easier to get in Enugu State, and you will be selling your market also easier, and the population will be increasing, everything will be moving. If you are selling food, people, you will be having a lot of clients, but also your rent, because many people are trooping in and coming at the same time, will also climb. But development will make everybody live better than if everything is going down, you know. So do you want everybody to be running away from Enugu State, or everybody to be coming into Enugu State? Of course, coming into is better, because if everybody is running away, you will not even see someone to sell your food if you are selling mama put. There are so many villages that people are running away in Igbo land today that if you go there, nobody's there. Therefore, if you have where people are trooping in and coming and buying land and building houses and coming for holiday, and you say, now everything is getting expensive because people with money are coming. No, Igbo people want a capital city. If Igbo people choose Enugu State, cool. And for Igbo people to have capital city, one state has to stand tall. All of them cannot be developed at the same time in the same measurement. It can never happen that way. That is the reason I'm happy with Enugu State. And I'm also happy with what is happening in Anambra State. Anambra State is industry. Boom! Focus there. Main market, everything. Even shipping. If I am Soludo, I will do my best to make sure that Onitsha Seaport is working. The same thing as Alex Oti is doing, to make sure that Seaport comes to Aba because of area. Each state in Igbo land has what he has that he will develop better than all other. Enugu State, when it comes to capital, is the one that's supposed to be the main capital because of the number of universities it has and some offices. And secondly, it is the zonal capital. That if they are zoning anything to the southeast zone, they will give it to Enugu as the major state place. So, seeing a governor who understood all these things, I want to use the opportunity to develop everywhere. And you know, Enugu State is good and beautiful because it is not like other states that maybe people fight or discriminate. No, every woman is an Enugu man. They don't even care. Some states in Nigeria, you may feel maybe intimidated, but Enugu State is not like that. Enugu people, they don't care. Because their life have been like that since the creation of Igbo land, or since the creation of Nigeria. Enugu State has always been the center, so they are not learning it now. Enugu State don't care whether all the people live in the street are from Anambra, or they are from Imo, or they are from Abia, or they are from, they don't care, or from, even they are from Gongola, Yola, they don't care. And this is the reason it is the much more suitable place to be the center. And if you had listened to me earlier, I said that everything is just working the way it's supposed to have been. That governor coming to office in Enugu State is not by mistake. This is how God wanted it to happen. The reason everything is working so fast is that people have been waiting for this to happen. Immediately when it began to happen, whoa! Silently, everybody is rushing into Enugu State, doing one thing and the other. And another thing that favored Enugu State is security. when there are so many problems in Imo State and some boundaries of Anambra State, Enugu State is calm. And that thing is not by mistake. It is that governor came and the first thing he mounted was CCTV. Security was one of his first priority. So I will stop here, and you have seen everything which I showed to you. And I will be here again to tell you more about what I have, because I have something to talk about tomorrow on Enugu State, because this state is actually breaking record. Believe me, even if you look at the landscape and the way the buildings look, you will be amazed. So apart from the First Lady of Nigeria praising Enugu State and giving such a price of 100 million naira, we have already known that Enugu State is doing good, but she doing it is a confirmation that what everybody is saying is not lie. Now, if you are telling people that Enugu State is the best state in Nigeria, if a person lies, say, wow, Enugu State even won 1 million last week for being the best state. So you are not actually lying because you have a proof. You are not making a blind argument because it is a truth. Among the 37 states, including Abuja, Enugu State is defeated. How comes? Is it by mistake? No. No. It is because good governor. Do you remember there was a time they used to say Enugu State is a dusty state that is red and everything? All these houses you see in Enugu State, which color are they? White. Where is the red soil? They disappeared. Why did they disappear? Governor knows his work. How? Okay. Where will red soil come from here, for instance? Governor came, he tied the car park. Everywhere tied. Apart from where the car will park, see, the pedestrian also is not going to match the red soil. Before red soil will move from this garden, come to this pedestrian walkway, fly from this pedestrian walkway, go to this car, dirty the tire, and the tire will spread it along the whole street in Enugu State. It will take a very long time. A very, very long time. Where are those red soil they used to laugh in Enugu State? They are disappeared. Enugu State is looking now white in complexion. See, even Abuja never looked this way. Because if you want to kill red this time, just construct the road properly. Let your road has pedestrian walkways and somehow garden, or pedestrian walkways and carriageway. Finish. And this governor surprised everybody that he came and he made sure that he tied everywhere. Even to the extent of opening asphalt company. All this asphalt used on tying these places were all from Enugu State. He did not buy it from any company. See how white Enugu State is. See. Among the 37 states, including Abuja, including the same Lagos I'm talking about, this is the most beautiful. Winning award. Meaning that this place defeated Lekki. It defeated Eco Atlantic. It defeated Banana Island. Defeated the 3 arms zone in Abuja. Defeated Asokoro. All together. This is a mind-blowing. But the biggest result is not now. The biggest result is when the First Lady will come back to Enugu State. If she stay more than 2 years to come back, when she come back, she will not recognize Enugu State again, because by the time she visited Enugu State was just developing. Remember, this hotel has not been finished. Remember, this hospital hasn't been finished. Okay? Everything is still as it is now. Remember, before she will come back, if I thought she will come back again, if the husband win the election, this place must have been finished, then the road. Next year, Enugu is still going to maintain the leadership of the best city or the best state in Nigeria. Thank you very much for watching. And let's wait and we'll see. Enugu State will win it again. Enugu State will be winning it until another state began to challenge Enugu State. Because since Enugu State won it now, and this is just the beginning, the next year, the way Enugu State will look will be 300% much better than how it looked today. So see you tomorrow, because I have one thing that I will show you about Enugu State or Anambra or Abia. I have 3 things. I don't know which one I'm going to talk about, but see you tomorrow.